Ginley, the sports director of WJCU Sports, and I want to thank you for watching this video. As it's part of my senior leadership project here at John Carroll for my leadership minor. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to give an explanation of WJCU Sports and kind of just in general about how to run the board and a couple of other troubleshooting tips. But in this introduction video, what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to go over the board. This is the basic board right here that we use in the PDX studio. That's where we're at right now. And as you can see, there's a bunch of different levels here. You have mics, you have the Adobe PC, which is this PC right here, and then you have WaveCart, which is this bad boy up here. This is how we play our bumps and breaks and all that fun stuff. And then we have the Internet PC, which we can use to go on the Internet and whatnot. So let's first of all just start with your basic board operation. So each track, if you were, has an on and off switch and a couple of different buttons as well. You can see the on-off switch. You have a preview button, which you can use if you don't want something to go over the air, but you still want to be able to hear it. You control the preview knob as far as the levels right here. Then you also have a soft knob, which doesn't do anything except for the mic and the phone line. It allows you to mute your microphone if you're talking and if you want to stop talking, or if you want to mute a little part of something, you hit that button. But other than that, that's the basics of the bottom of the board here. But as you can see, you have your levels here, and this is again a fader. This is how you control how high you want to go or how low you want to go as far as your volume goes. Okay. Now at the top of the board here, as you can see, you have a couple of different buttons. You have program 1, 2, 3, and phone. Now program 1 is your basic program, and that's what you always want to be using. 2 and 3 are secondary. You typically won't use those. Now the phone right there, this is how you communicate with your phone line. So if you're doing a broadcast at a remote location and you want to be able to talk to those broadcasters, you want to always make sure you have program 4 or that little phone button always on. And then finally, the last major part of the overall front of the board here is this little knob right here. It's called options. Okay, so when you click it in, you can change the input here. So again, you can see all the different ones. Air Studio. We have a couple CD ones, and you have mic 1 left, mic 2, all the different things. So you can change it. So say you don't want to have this mic 1. Say you want it to be from the stadium. Okay, you have it there. Click it in, and now it's select on the stadium. And if you want to exit that, exit. Okay. So again, change it back. Just click that in. Scroll to your desired input, and then check it. Boom. Okay. So that explains this part of the board. And then over here on this side, we have a couple of levels adjusters. We have our overall monitor or program. This controls what comes out of the main speakers. This is the headphone knob, how loud you want to hear in your headphones. There's a headphone jack over here. And as I said before, the preview knob is what allows you to hear things that are on preview. So you have, say for example, your computer over here on preview. You can turn it up or down by using this preview knob here. Okay. Now a couple of other different functions as well. You can change the board from being primarily talk, which is typically used for talk shows, to sports fairly easily. All you have to do is use this knob, scroll down to sports, which is C, and hit enter. And now, as you can see, you have a few different selections here. You have the gym line, which is our direct line to the Tacoma Varsity Center. You have the stadium line, which goes directly to Don Shula Stadium, and you have the zip line, which is what we use for away broadcasts. And then again, you also have the WaveCart PC, which is shown up here. We have something called WaveCart, which allows us to play different breaks as well as bumps and that sort of thing as that slowly opens up. But again, this is how we play different things. You can see under here we have sports. Now, we typically use for sports, for bumps and whatnot, we use the fight song for football. And again, you can see it's easily played by dragging it over and clicking play with the fader up. So that's an example of a bump. And we also do special intros as well. And one final thing about WaveCard as well, the important thing we use it for is for breaks, as I mentioned. And we use a couple different things. We use communities. We use Father Harry's. We use PSAs and show promos and station promos. Now, you can see I drag it from the cart folder because what the carts does is it randomly pulls from a list of the different promos in that folder, and so that you don't have two of the same thing playing directly in a row. But the same thing applies. You can play something by hitting the play button.
On Friday, May 6th.
You can queue it up for next time by hitting the play button here as well. So as soon as this runs out, this will begin playing. Now to make it stop playing, hit stop, and stop there as well. And that explains WaveCart and the board. So again, thank you for watching the first part of this instructional video, and next we'll briefly go over the Adobe Audition aspect. Thanks for watching.